In this video, I'm going to show you some critical hacks when it comes to removing tires, studs, lug nuts, dualies off bigger trucks like this dump truck, RVs, box trucks. It's a whole different ball game if you're used to regular passenger vehicles like this. You're going to need a couple of critical tools and some critical knowledge, and I will show you in this video what they are and how to use them. When I first bought this truck, if I would have watched this video, if there would have been a video like this out, it would have saved me so much time, money, and aggravation. It's a weird bird. This is my 1990s UD 1800. It's made by Nissan. It says international on there. The only international about it is the badge. That's it. And that's the way it goes with heavy equipment. You'll get brands like John Deere, International, stuff like that, putting their badges on Mitsubishis, on Nissans. It's just the way it goes in the heavy equipment industry. So when you have something, it's really something else. But I've been pulling the lug nuts off this rear tire, and it would have been absolutely impossible. The first thing you need to do this is a $50 or $60 torque amplifier set off Amazon. Here's the case right here. Absolutely essential. They've gotten significantly cheaper. Back in the day when I bought mine, I paid $140 to $160 4 years ago. Now they're all the way down to $50 or $60 on Amazon. I just bought this set because I forgot my other set at the other garage. So, you know, just so you can see. And it comes with most of your lug nuts on the big trucks are going to be like one of 4 sizes. Mine are 1 5/8" on this, but you can see heavy duty lug nut torque multiplier. First and foremost, before you even go at it with this torque multiplier tool I'm going to show you, you want to hit them with some vibration. You want to hit your studs or your lugs with a little love tap. We need some vibration. Vibration will break things loose. If not, if your studs or your lugs look really crusty, you're probably going to snap them with just pure torque, and if you don't have any vibration. So if you're going to use a tool like I'm using in this video, you want vibration and you want heat. These are a bitch to get at, especially with a gigantic hammer like this, a big E-swing. It's a bad hammer to use as an example, but before I take these off, I'm just going to give each one of them a few taps without mutilating or burring, you know, the threads or the bolt too much, so that the socket still fits on there. Smaller hammer, harder taps, but you get the gist. Absolutely critical in a lot of situations. I've got my torch here, and what I'm going to do is just go around the outer diameter and try to hit this first nut that I'm going to take off and heat the nut so the nut expands. I'm going to try to keep the stud that it's over from expanding, so I'm going to try to keep that stud cold, and I'm going to try to heat up the nut so the stud contracts, the nut expands. I got this torch for $25 off eBay. They're still available. They're called Flame Kings. Very good torch. I've had it for years. I just ordered another one. Way better than the lame traditional torches that barely put out any heat. Alright, and here we are with the torque multiplier on there. I got an 1 5/8" socket. On this side it's regular reverse thread, lefty loosey. So I'm spinning it to the left. You'll hear it crack. And usually I let the tire down before I even attempt to spin this. But just so you know, we got this leg that catches here against, you know, so you got something to torque against, and then you crank this handle. At first it might feel like the handle's gonna break or the thing's gonna break, but she'll crack loose. If it gets harder and harder and harder, something's wrong. You're going the wrong way, or you have reverse thread. You know, make sure, very careful, make absolutely sure you check to see if you have reverse thread on one side and regular thread on the other. Like this old truck right here, they did it for harmonics and engineering back in the day. It'll really fuck you up. It really fucked me up. See these new lug nuts and these new studs here? Yeah. So I already got the outer wheel off. The rear dualies are real confusing on this one. You see we got multiple parts here. This is the actual inner stud. This is the outer stud. that holds on the inside tire, and then here's the lug nut, the 1 5/8 lug nut that holds on the outside tire right there. And once again, righty loosey, lefty tighty on the driver's side on this specific truck anyway. What makes it more sadistic is everything on the other side is regular thread, so lefty loosey, righty tighty. So I snapped a couple of studs over on that side too when I first got this truck. So, you know, we got like $400 to $500 just in studs, and they were a treat to find. I'm gonna go for this next one here, and then here's the torque multiplier. Godsend, absolute godsend. I keep one of these in the truck all the time because I don't want to pay some roadside mechanic $2,000 or $3,000 to replace a tire. And this is all you do. This one's already loose. I must have cracked it loose, or it was loose, which is worse. But this multiplies my torque like 1 to 40. So I just barely spin this, and this other side here spins exceptionally slow and cracks it loose. I'm also going to cheat today. I have a huge electronic rigid impact on me, big 1/2 inch one, but I don't have my 1/2 inch to 1 inch adapter, so we're going to use this guy and pull it off. If I was pulling that entire thing off with the torque multiplier, I would be here for a year for each stud. And this is just a paddle bit on a drill. It's what I had in my truck. The jack I'm using is a Harbor Freight Daytona 4-ton, I believe. If I can remember correctly, it's either a 4 or a 6-ton jack. Under this big guy, it works pretty good. Keep that in mind. You're going to want a bigger jack most likely, or at least a bottle jack. On the older models, like I said, this is the 1990s Nissan UD 1800. This is a 2-piece rim, so it's a little different. This outer ring comes off, then the tire comes off, and these are tubed tires. I'll post a video I made years ago on taking these apart. It's not the best, I apologize for that, but it might help you understand how these tires come apart if you have something similar like this. I really hope this helps you and saves you time until the next one. Stay tuned and do your best to be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personal, and do the right thing when nobody's looking.